What's up, y'all? This is Rich Latta here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Paige Bueckers, fresh off the national championship. Congratulations. Will be signing a 3-year deal with Unrivaled. She already had an NIL deal with Unrivaled before, and this latest information in the way the deal was kind of framed, I thought was pretty interesting, especially looking at the upcoming CBA agreement, and it may give some answers as to why Paige decided not to go back to UConn, where she could have surely raked it in. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, don't miss anything we got going on. So as you guys know, Paige did win the national championship with UConn. Her and Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd pretty much stomped out the Final Four, consisting of UCLA, who looked like they had just one player on the court. Their guards were pretty atrocious, and South Carolina, everything just looked hard for them. It felt like 3-star players against none at times, and it was, just a beat them down pretty much from UConn over South Carolina. We've got the WNBA draft happening tomorrow. It's Sunday as I record this. By the time some of you will see this, the draft may have already happened, or blah blah blah. You know how the algorithm does. On the eve of that, it is notable that news about Paige Bueckers, the #1 presumed pick. Paige is signing a deal with Unrivaled, where the primary way the news story was distributed was it will exceed her entire rookie contract, just the yearly salary that she's doing. The WNBA rookie salaries, of course, have been the subject of a lot of conversation when Caitlin Clark's basically got talked about last year. I believe it was like in the 77,000 range. I believe Paige is set to start at like the 78, and we've seen a lot of people go back to college this year, because why get locked into that old salary slot if the CBA is going to be drastically different, and next year we're going to be talking about the rookies coming in at a way higher scale. Paige looks like she does not have some of the same worries as others, because the Unrivaled thing was already kind of set up for her via her NIL deal, via the relationship she already has. Gino Auriemma, backer, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart. This is a big UConn thing, so it's like kind of taking care of their own there. So let's take a look at the story itself. Projected #1 overall pick, Paige Bueckers is signing a 3-year deal with the 3-on-3 Unrivaled League. Sources told ESPN on Sunday Bueckers' first-year salary for the 10-week Unrivaled season will exceed what she would make in 4 years of her WNBA contract, sources said. If Bueckers is the top pick in the draft, she is set to earn $78,831 her first year, according to the WNBA's CBA. Last year, Bueckers signed an NIL deal with Unrivaled, as I was saying, which gave her equity in the league. She didn't play, obviously, because she was finishing her college career with UConn, winning her first national title earlier this month. She averaged 19.9 points, 4.4 boards, and 4.9 assists, while shooting 53% from the field, including 41% from three-point range in her last season at UConn. She can be a franchise-altering player for the Dallas Wings, who had the top pick in the draft. After Unrivaled concluded its inaugural season in March, sources told ESPN that signing Bueckers, as well as making a push for Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson, were top priorities as the league looked to take its next step forward. I think they would have to come with backbreaking offers for them both. It was founded in 2023 by Collier and Stewart. Unrivaled's coming off an inaugural season in which it exceeded $27 million in revenue, which is, a really good sign, more than double what it's projected to investors. Instead of focusing on expansion through adding teams, the league wanted to build on what it felt made it so successful in year one, signing the best women's basketball players and providing them with premier resources and financial support. There's another really cool thing Unrivaled is doing. Anybody that was injured in Unrivaled, if they're not able to play in the WNBA, they're covering their salaries as well. I think the timing of this news is the, real thing to kind of take hold of. On the eve of the draft, you want to get Unrivaled's name back into, the minds of fans. Now, I was watching Unrivaled as it began, paid a little bit of attention throughout the season, kind of fell off towards the end, started looking back, during the playoff time and the one-on-one tournament and all that. So it is a different form of basketball, but this to me feels like the first kind of step to it being a financial success, and with that success, they may even reframe how they want to position the league. It might not always be a 3-on-3 league. It might, be a 5-on-5 league. It's going to be interesting to see the relationship between the WNBA and Unrivaled itself. Does the WNBA want to actively be hostile towards Unrivaled at some point? Like, hey, if you're going to play in Unrivaled, you can't play in this league. I don't know if it would ever get that contentious, but that money difference is going to be something to really pay attention to. If the players are getting and seeing like amounts of money to where it's exceeding entire contracts, eventually something's going to happen to where the investors in Unrivaled eventually get brought to the table with the WNBA negotiations and stuff like that, because it just seems like the financials of the league, which we've talked about ad nauseum, are so weird. Like, and if the players are like, what's to say Unrivaled is like, hey, we want you to make us a priority, then like at that point, the WNBA has another problem. I don't know if it'll get to that point, but Paige Bueckers herself, kind of being like the person with the NIL deal, immediately crosses over as an Unrivaled player before she even really gets a team. It's positioning Unrivaled as the premier women's basketball league. And I know that sounds insane, but the way that you would think about these things is like, oh, the first pro deal she signed with was Unrivaled. The most money is Unrivaled. And I know it's 3-on-3 versus 5, and the WNBA has, the history, and, they have the television deals, and, they have the normal state, conscious with, your average fan. But I don't know, man. The way the league's money is all weird, there is going to be a lot of things to figure out. And Unrivaled is one more thing that complicates things, but also might be a solution. So what do you think about Paige's Unrivaled deal dwarfing her WNBA deal? Let me know in the comment section. I'll holler at you guys next time. Peace.